On today's show, I'm going to delve into the massive investments being made in hydrogen production, infrastructure, and innovation. But specifically, I'll examine how TotalEnergies and Air Liquide's €1 billion venture in Europe is leading the way, how TotalEnergies is expanding beyond Europe with key projects in Morocco. As hydrogen moves from concept to large-scale reality, these investments mark a pivotal shift not only in energy technology, but also in global economic and industrial structures. The urgency of decarbonization combined with the financial backing of industry giants is setting the stage for hydrogen to become a dominant force in global energy markets. And so in this episode, I will cover the economic impact, technological innovations, and future opportunities that will shape hydrogen's role in the coming decades. This discussion will provide key insights into the potential of hydrogen, the challenges it faces, and the pathways that global companies and governments are paving for its adoption. All of this on today's Hydrogen Podcast. So the big questions in the energy industry today are: how is hydrogen the primary driving force behind the evolution of energy? Where is capital being deployed for hydrogen projects globally? And where are the best investment opportunities for early adopters who recognize the importance of hydrogen? I will address the critical issues and give you the information you need to deploy capital. Those are the questions that will unlock the potential of hydrogen, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Paul Rodden, and welcome to the Hydrogen Podcast. TotalEnergies and Air Liquide, two of the world's leading energy and industrial gas companies, have announced a groundbreaking joint venture valued at over €1 billion to significantly scale up green hydrogen production in Europe. This investment is part of a broader push by European energy leaders to accelerate the transition from hydrocarbon-based fuels to renewable energy solutions, particularly for industrial applications that are difficult to electrify. This initiative represents one of the largest single private investments in hydrogen production infrastructure to date and reflects the growing confidence in hydrogen as a central pillar of Europe's decarbonization strategy. With regulatory support from the European Green Deal and REPowerEU, this investment aims to enhance energy security, reduce industrial carbon emissions, and create a robust hydrogen market across the continent. The partnership will focus on electrolyzer-based hydrogen production, which uses renewable energy sources like offshore wind and solar to split water into hydrogen and oxygen. By leveraging Air Liquide's expertise in gas production and TotalEnergies' leadership in renewable power generation, these projects will create a blueprint for large-scale green hydrogen adoption in Europe. The ELYgator project, based in Maasvlakte, Rotterdam, is a 200-megawatt electrolyzer facility designed to produce up to 23,000 tons of green hydrogen annually. This facility will play a crucial role in decarbonizing refining and heavy industry by replacing gray hydrogen, which is produced from natural gas, with green hydrogen derived from renewable sources. The site will be strategically positioned to supply key industrial customers across the region, ensuring stable demand and integration with existing energy infrastructure. Another key initiative in this joint venture is the Zeeland Green Hydrogen Hub, which will house a 250-megawatt electrolyzer facility connected to TotalEnergies refining operations in the Netherlands. This plant will directly reduce CO2 emissions by replacing hydrocarbon-derived hydrogen with renewable hydrogen, supporting industries that require continuous, high-energy inputs such as chemicals, steel, and ammonia production. By developing a hydrogen distribution network, this project will also pave the way for hydrogen-powered mobility solutions, including fuel cell trucks, buses, and maritime vessels. These two projects are expected to prevent the release of over 500,000 metric tons of CO2 per year, making them critical components of Europe's industrial decarbonization strategy. With full-scale operations anticipated by 2028, these facilities will serve as flagship projects for the broader hydrogen economy, proving that large-scale green hydrogen production is both technically feasible and economically viable. And beyond the environmental benefits, these investments will inject billions into the regional economy by stimulating manufacturing, engineering, and construction sectors. During the development phase, the projects are expected to create over 2,500 construction jobs, while long-term operations will support hundreds of high-paying technical positions in hydrogen production, logistics, and infrastructure maintenance. Additionally, by committing to local supply chains for electrolyzer components, pipelines, and hydrogen storage systems, this venture will provide a major boost to European manufacturers, particularly in the electrolyzer, fuel cell, and renewable energy industries. This initiative also aligns with Europe's broader strategy to reduce dependence on imported energy by developing domestic hydrogen production capabilities that can eventually replace natural gas imports from external suppliers. The economic impact extends beyond direct job creation. By investing in hydrogen infrastructure, TotalEnergies and Air Liquide are catalyzing secondary market opportunities, including hydrogen refueling stations, port infrastructure upgrades, and industrial retrofitting projects. These developments will in turn attract further investment from private sector stakeholders, reinforcing hydrogen's role as a key enabler of long-term energy security and economic resilience. One of the major challenges in the hydrogen sector has been cost reduction. Historically, green hydrogen production has been significantly more expensive than hydrogen produced from hydrocarbons. However, with improving electrolyzer efficiency, falling renewable energy costs, and increased economies of scale, the cost of producing green hydrogen has been steadily declining. Currently, green hydrogen production costs between $4 and $6 per kilogram in Europe, but projects like these are expected to bring the cost down to $2 to $3 per kilogram by 2030. And this would make hydrogen a cost-competitive alternative to natural gas, especially when factoring in carbon pricing mechanisms and emissions reductions incentives. When compared in energy terms, $2 per kilogram of hydrogen equates to about $14.65 per MMBTU, which is nearing the cost range of natural gas in European markets. As hydrogen infrastructure scales up, production costs could decrease even further, making renewable hydrogen a financially viable fuel source for industrial and transportation sectors. TotalEnergies and Air Liquide's investments signals confidence in hydrogen's economic potential, with projections that hydrogen demand in Europe could increase tenfold by 2040. This surge in demand will drive further investment in electrolyzer manufacturing, hydrogen storage, and distribution networks, reinforcing the economic sustainability of the hydrogen sector. TotalEnergies' investment in green hydrogen aligns with its broader corporate strategy to transition from oil and gas supermajor to a diversified energy provider. Over the last 5 years, TotalEnergies has committed over $10 billion in renewable energy investments, with hydrogen now forming a crucial part of its long-term portfolio. By partnering with Air Liquide, which is a global leader in industrial gas production and hydrogen technology, TotalEnergies gains access to proven expertise in large-scale hydrogen deployment. This partnership ensures that the company can navigate the technical and regulatory complexities associated with scaling up hydrogen infrastructure. The investment also aligns with TotalEnergies' efforts to integrate hydrogen into its refining and petrochemical operations, helping to reduce the carbon footprint of its industrial assets while ensuring compliance with European emissions reduction targets. This initiative is strongly supported by European policymakers, particularly through programs like the European Green Deal, which aims to achieve carbon neutrality by 2050. The REPowerEU plan, which sets a target for 20 million tons of green hydrogen production and imports per year by 2030, and the EU's Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism, or CBAM, which incentivizes industrial companies to reduce emissions by imposing tariffs on carbon-intensive imports. By leveraging these regulatory frameworks, TotalEnergies and Air Liquide are positioning themselves as key players in Europe's hydrogen economy, securing early market dominance in a sector poised for exponential growth. And TotalEnergies' hydrogen ambitions extend far beyond Europe, with a key focus on Morocco, a country poised to become a global hydrogen powerhouse. The Chbika project, located in Zeeland, will leverage Morocco's abundant solar and wind resources to generate green hydrogen at a competitive cost. This initiative aligns with Europe's plan to import 10 million tons of hydrogen by 2030, making Morocco a critical supplier for the EU's decarbonization efforts. The Chbika project involves cutting-edge electrolyzer technology combined with seawater desalination to produce hydrogen from renewable energy sources. The expected production volume of 200,000 metric tons of green ammonia per year will make it one of the most significant hydrogen export projects in the region. And this project has the potential to generate billions in foreign investment while creating thousands of new jobs in Morocco's growing clean energy sector. With TotalEnergies actively seeking additional hydrogen investments in Africa and in the Middle East, Morocco could become a key reference point for hydrogen expansion into other emerging markets. All right, that's it for me, everyone. If you have a second, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a good review on whatever platform it is that you listen to. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, YouTube, whatever it is. That would make a tremendous help to the show. And as always, if you ever have any feedback, you're welcome to email me directly at info@thehydrogenpodcast.com. So until next time, keep your eyes up and honor one another. Hey, this is Paul. I hope you liked this podcast. If you did and want to hear more, I'd appreciate it if you would either subscribe to this channel on YouTube or connect with your favorite platform through my website at www.thehydrogenpodcast.com. Thanks for listening. I very much appreciate it. Have a great day.